Hello and welcome to Old Nerd Reads Marvel Comics in Order. This is episode 52, and this time I read Captain America number 201, the September 1976 issue, written and drawn by Jack King Kirby. This comic was kind of a surprise. I bought a lot of Captain America off eBay shortly, or not very long ago, and it just was some random issues. Some things that I wanted for my collection, some things I wanted to put in my store, and this just happened to be in there. And there were some other issues older than this. I can't remember now exactly what all was in there, but a lot of the stuff wasn't in very good condition. But this issue was randomly in there, and it was in it was in pretty good condition. The condition of this one I'm pretty happy with. Probably could use pressed and cleaned. It's got some staining here on the white, but otherwise it's in really nice shape compared to some of the other issues that were in this eBay lot that it came from. And I received it just as I was about to start reading this month's the September 76 issue. So I was like, oh, that's a coincidence. So it got thrown in here just randomly. I don't have the issue before it or the issue after it. I don't have anything around it really. So I just read it since it was serendipitous that it showed up when it did. So I read it, and I was excited because this is from Jack Kirby's run when he came back to Marvel. It's kind of in the middle of it, I think. I can't remember how long Jack Kirby was on Captain America and the Falcon when he came back. He was on it for at least a year, maybe 2 years. But he'd been drawing it, I think, since like 192, or drawing and writing it since, I think, issue 192. So this is almost 10 issues into his run. So let's take a look at it. It's a strange premise, for sure. The Night People. And they're these city dwellers. And we don't know what they are. They've got to me, I thought maybe they were going to be the Morlocks from the X-Men in the 80s. Chris Claremont's run on the X-Men, the Morlocks that lived in the sewers. I think they were mutants. I kind of thought maybe that was what they were going to be, but that's not the case. So we start off here in a toy store, and these night people, they're robbing a toy store. And a police officer catches him in the act, and he gets overtaken by a group of them, and they beat him up and leave him there and take off. They've stolen a bunch of toys. Yes, dog days of summer, definitely. When it's as hot out as it has been this summer, you've got to have some of these water shooting Spider-Man gloves. Got to. But then these night people go on a crime spree around New York City, and the police are baffled because they're just stealing odd things. Like, they robbed a pet store and took the dogs. They robbed a grocery store, robbed a department store and stole like the mannequins and a grandfather clock, costumes from a theater, a TV station, or no, a movie theater. They stole the projector right in the middle of the movie, stole this giant globe. Just, they steal random things, and the police don't know what's up. And then we have a little wrap up of this previous story. Since I didn't read it, I don't know exactly what's going on, but this guy was trying to save his daughter, and he was part of the big mad bomb thing that happened, I think, last issue. So Cap and Falcon are questioning him while he's in S.H.I.E.L.D. custody. But then this is weird here. Cap and Falcon, they're in Washington, D.C. After they left S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters, and they're in a hotel room together. And Cap's taking a bath with the door open, and Falcon's sitting out there on the phone. I don't know. It's a little strange. Maybe not. Maybe not in 1976. Maybe it was completely innocent. I don't know. Weird anyway. But the Falcon's talking to his girlfriend back in New York City. And the language that, the dialogue that Jack Kirby gives the Falcon is pretty crazy. It's very 1976 black jive lingo, I guess. I don't know. It's really heavy though. He really lays it on thick. But his girlfriend Layla is reading the newspaper about these night people, and he's trying to get her to sweet talk, and she just wants to talk about these night people. And then what do you know? They're looking in the window. They overhear her phone conversation. They know that she's talking to a superhero, so they want to steal her, and they break in and they steal her while she's on the phone with the Falcon. And he's like, "Whoa, hey!" And he jumps into his Falcon costume and flies off out of the hotel room. Meanwhile, Cap's just getting out of the bath. It's like, where are you going? Man, this is such a bizarre comic. But he flies way up higher than he should, grabs an airplane to get to New York City faster to save his girlfriend. Can't hold on, falls off. Out of nowhere, a lasso gets him by the wrist and hoists him into the plane. And his girlfriend, meanwhile, in New York City, is being taken to the Night People's lair, where she's brought before their leader. This is the first time we're going to see him. Oh, the letters page in this one, I was really surprised. Like, these letters are basically kind of expressing disappointment in Jack Kirby's Captain America. They didn't like it at first, but they say that as the issues went on, it got better. Like, as they say, as Kirby got more reacquainted to being back at Marvel, working on Captain America again after a long time away. So I thought that was really interesting. A lot of these people seemed like they were longtime Marvel readers and probably knew all about Kirby, and a lot of them expressed disappointment in his storytelling, and not so much his art, but his storytelling at first. So I thought that was interesting that people were kind of poo-pooing Kirby, Jack the King Kirby. Everybody loves Kirby. This is cool. They talk about the Captain America bicentennial battles. I didn't realize this, but according to this, it's all brand new material by Kirby. In this, it's in the bullpen bulletins. In this issue, the Treasury Edition size issue of Captain America, I guess it's all new material by Jack Kirby. I didn't realize that, but that's really cool. I'd really like to come across that sometime and add it to my collection. Want to be a locksmith? You can do it. Just send in that coupon. Thank God whoever owned this comic did not cut that out. But here we're in front of the Night People's leader. And basically, they want, since they collect weird things, they want a superhero. So they're pressing her to know, like, when is the Falcon showing up? We want him. We want to know what time he's going to arrive. She doesn't know. And so one of the minions is a genius, of course, and he has this Kirby machine, which he can look into and see the airplane coming in that the Falcon's on. The Falcon is talking with his rescuer with a Texas or a Southern accent or a Texas accent. Sure pains me to see you rush off that way, Falcon. I was hoping you'd be my guest while I'm in town. His name's Mr. Muldoon, but he's the one who lassoed him from the plane and pulled him into the plane, saved the Falcon. Oh, thank goodness nobody needed this icy, so the coupon is still intact. Falcon flies off, and he flies right into the Kirby Crackle. He flies right into it, despite Muldoon's warnings. And once Falcon disappears into it, the Kirby Crackle disappears. This I think must be where George Perez got his energy crackle from. This looks pretty much identical to it, what George Perez does. If you've seen some of my earlier Old Nerd Reads His Marvel Comics in Order episodes, George Perez has been drawing the Fantastic Four, and he has a few of these are included in some of his art in there, and I'm pretty sure he must have gotten it from Kirby. But anyway, it's a dimensional gateway or whatever. The Falcon is now in the lair of the Night People. He flew into that energy field, and it brought him right to the lair of the Night People. They blast him with some nerve gas and overtake him, tie him up. He says, "Hey, easy, man, easy." But they tie him up, and they shuffle him off and bring him before the leader. And they're going to do something to purge Cap, or the Falcon. They're going to do something to purge him and Layla, his girlfriend, of whatever impurities are within them, and like the Night People, they will shine with inner glory. And they slap these helmets on them, and the genius guy turns on the generator connected, and it zaps them, and that's the last we see of that. Meanwhile, Cap is at SHIELD headquarters, where he learns that the Falcon has vanished into thin air. And cliffhanger, next issue, Mad Dimension. And I don't have the next issue, so I'm not going to find out what that Mad Dimension is. But that was an interesting read. The Kirby stuff is an interesting run. I have a few issues of it. I have one storyline of it coming up shortly after this. I think I have 3 or 4 issues of a story arc we'll see here soon once we get to whenever that is in my reading my Marvel Comics in Order project. Which was pretty good. It's very different. It's, I don't know, it's strange to me. I never liked Kirby when I was younger. To me, drawing superheroes was serious business, and his take on superheroes looked corny and cartoony to me, almost silly. And that was not superheroes to me. To me, superheroes were deadly serious business, and Kirby drew it like it might be Garfield or something, silly like that. But I really do appreciate his art style now. And while it still pretty much looks, kind of corny and silly to me, it's I don't know, it's charming in its throwbackness to an earlier age of comic books. But I appreciate it now. His storytelling is really bizarre. The storylines and plots he comes up with are really bizarre, but I mean, they're good. They really move with action. There's all kinds of stuff always happening. Like it's a very interesting story. As comic books go, it keeps things moving, and it's interesting. So I'm kind of I guess in the middle of the road. Like, this stuff is kind of bizarre. It's not my favorite Captain America, and apparently it must not be a lot of people's favorite Captain America. Like, you don't hear much about this run. At least I don't. You hear about famous runs with creators on books, and this is not one of those ones you hear about. And it seems to be more of a curiosity than it is a favorite, I think. But maybe I'm wrong. Comment down below with what you feel about these Jack Kirby issues of Captain America and the Falcon. I think they're cool, but again, they're not like my favorite. But I would like to read it from start to finish just to see what he did throughout the whole thing. I think he did, like I said, a good 20 issues, maybe a couple of years worth. I think he did an annual or 2 in there. Plus, he's doing that Bicentennial Battles issue, Treasury Edition that came out with all new material. So he did quite a bit of Captain America in the mid to late 70s. Kirby did. So I would like to read it all at some time, just out of curiosity's sake. But if anybody knows, please comment down below what you know about this run and how you feel about it. Otherwise, like, share, and subscribe. Stick around. I've got a lot more of my Marvel Comics to read in order. We're just getting started. So stick around. Go back and watch the prior episodes. And like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.